Alright, so by now you guys have probably completed the course, or I hope you guys have went through all the lectures and spent some time going through them, and you should have this final product here. You should be able to create this simple web page, and I recommend that you guys do this. If there's any lectures that are giving you some trouble, go back, rewatch them. If there's any issues, just post a question, or a discussion on the video, and I myself or somebody else will probably give you an answer, hopefully as soon as possible. But if you guys, if you're good, you've went through anything, and you do have this web page, I want to say congrats. You're just taking your first step to becoming a web developer. And yeah, HTML it's the basics of web development, and it's not super advanced, but it's something that everybody has to learn, and it's a great way to kind of introduce yourself to web design and web development, and you can kind of see if it's right for you. And if you enjoyed this course and you like building websites, then web development might be right for you. And if that's the case, you're probably going to want to kind of progress yourself a little bit further. And I do have some recommendations that I'm going to give you guys. And they're going to depend on, which direction you want to take your career path. But what I'm going to tell you guys is, if you've mastered HTML, which you probably will have a good understanding of, if you finish this course, you're probably going to want to move on to CSS. And CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. And CSS is really what makes a website look nice. You'll see here, in this website we created basic HTML, nothing fancy whatsoever. The website doesn't look, modern at all, and that's because you need to learn CSS to make your websites look nice. CSS is what makes your websites mobile responsive, makes everything look, nice and modernized. And then I highly recommend that you guys take a CSS basics course of some kind. If you guys are interested in the bonus lecture, the last lecture of this course, there are 2 coupon codes, and those coupon codes will link to my Introductory to HTML and CSS course and my How to Create Your Very First Website with HTML and CSS course. And those 2 courses I highly recommend that you guys can check out. If you like this course, you like this type of learning, you can grab them. The coupon code lets you grab each one for only $10. The Introductory to HTML and CSS course is just like this course. It's the first the HTML basics part, but you also get the CSS basics part, and it kind of does the same thing as you went through this course. It gives a kind of like a primer, a very, very short intro to CSS, and I highly recommend that course to anybody who, again, you're brand new to web development, you never worked with CSS before. The second course, How to Create a Simple Website with HTML and CSS, this is one that really goes in depth. It goes a lot more in depth with HTML and CSS, and in that course you actually build a fully functional website that somebody might pay you, a couple $100 to, maybe even more to build. And that's going to kind of go into that beginner, almost intermediate level CSS. And I highly recommend that you don't take that course unless you've taken a basic CSS course of some kind. Even though I do teach you the basics, it will help you out if you do have a little bit of basic knowledge in HTML and CSS. But those courses are available to you guys if you want to check them out. If not, that's fine. But what I would recommend is that you do start with CSS. And there's a lot of courses on Udemy. There's a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of tutorials online that you can, find that will teach you CSS. So I would go with CSS. Another option might be WordPress as well. WordPress is a great platform, and also JavaScript. Although JavaScript usually you wouldn't learn till a little bit later on, but it's okay to learn for now. Just I would say, maybe before it gets too late, dive into some CSS or WordPress, and that'll kind of take your web development career to the next level. So I just wanted to kind of do this outro level lecture, just kind of maybe give you guys a little bit of guidance, because you're probably you're probably wondering where do you go next, and that's would be my basic recommendation. So anyways, I hope you guys like this course. Give me some feedback, let me know what you think, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed anything. And if you have any troubles, remember, use the Q&A and use the discussion settings, and ask me any questions you guys want, and I'll do my best to help you through the course. But thanks for joining me on this course, and I look forward to see you guys later on.